Welcome to the RGD Podcast. We're on episode 2 today. Today I'm with Munchin Akhi, the most controversial food blogger around. I would say definitely up north, possibly in the UK. How you doing?
All right, mate.
All right.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
You know, man of few words today.
Man, a few words. All right. So a lot of you guys do not know this, but I'm going to chuck this out there. Munchin Akhi has been involved with RGD since the inception. So he's been consulting for us.
Basically, yeah. So what I've been doing is relaying over, I guess, the stuff that I see from when I travel and try different food places, and I try, to help because Khalid's one of my personal friends. I try and help him with his dessert shop. Give him inspiration, tell him, right, this looks a bit wrong, that dessert isn't quite there, you need to do this, you need to do that, and just trying to help him build his brand through the knowledge that I gain from reviewing food.
Yeah, so for the guys that don't know Munchin Akhi, basically he does loads of food reviews. He's one of the best in the UK scene, I would say, hands on down. And the advantage, I would say, by me being even friends with him, is that he gets to go and eat food from all over the place. So I highly take his criticism and feedback on board on all my products, because I know that we always have areas of improvement. All right, did you know my baker nearly quit because of you?
Good. She shouldn't have been selling shit desserts at the start.
She was selling shit desserts. You know what criticism you had with her was
Nothing personal, innit? I don't know who she is, but I'm just gonna rate the desserts. And before I rated that dessert, I thought it was a bad dessert. I was like, "Yo, Khalid, that needs to stop. You need a better dessert."
well, the criticism you had with it last time was with the San Sebastian.
Yeah, I didn't like your San Sebastian at the start. I thought it was, you could have got a better one frozen, in all honesty. But no, I told you what I've seen at other places. I've just came back from Turkey not too long ago. I tried their San Sebastian. So I've got all of that knowledge on me. So I was like, Khalid, you need to fix this, you need to fix that about your San Sebastian.
All right, let's talk about San Sebastian. We've got the new San Sebastian here. So I want you on this podcast to try this out live. I'm going to let you do the pour of the chocolate yourself.
Oh.
And tell me how this new San Sebastian is doing.
Well, in food, appearance is important. You've got a beautiful burnt layer, which is equally burnt at the top. You've got the San Sebastian cheesecake actual mix here, which looks fairly creamy. Slight sponge to it.
There's no flour in it, it's gluten-free.
I'm not gluten intolerant, luckily, fortunately. I think I'm diabetic, though.
You probably get that with eating all the food that you eat, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, that's the Calibut.
Oh, yeah, I know that. The chocolate
You know that?
sauce,
Yeah, I'll grab that for you.
Yo, Khalid, this should be slanted. It would look better.
Well, I was debating that. Shall I slant it quickly for you? One
Yeah, I was
second.
gonna say flip it
One
over.
second, 1 second. Let's see if we... There you go.
Tom's better now.
There you go.
So we got the famous San Sebastian pour. In fact, I should be pouring it this way, right? I can't see how much sauce I've got
That's
on
it.
That looks sick. Right, so we've got a San Sebastian with the Belgian chocolate sauce.
Yes. Belgian proper... It's not sauce,
Oh,
it's
we have
proper
to do
chocolate.
Well, almost there. Getting there. Taste. That's good.
So, done since last time when you came in, you told me to put the vanilla in.
Yeah.
Before we weren't putting vanilla in it.
It's nice. Can do with a few improvements.
Go on, what is it? Go on, live on air.
Live on air. Look, when I do this, right?
Yeah.
You know when you see it on social media, whoosh, clean scoop of cream.
Yeah.
I think that's what needs to improve on it. Because when I do that, I don't really get... It's a bit...
I baked it a bit longer.
A bit crumbly, slightly overcooked. That's my feedback on that.
Yeah.
Ever so
See, this is the feedback I get. Like, it's not even freaking sugar coated.
No, I've just got to be real with you, innit? Like,
Yeah.
you've seen them videos in Turkey where they just slide onto the San
All
Sebastian,
right.
boom.
Do you know a few customers? Yeah, because like you're educated in the field of desserts and San Sebastians and whatnot.
Yeah.
I've had, believe it or not, I've had complaints when I made it that soft. No, I'm not saying.
like,
I'm doing,
for
I'm doing
example,
everyone.
I'm the way when I give you feedback,
Yeah.
I'm being a cunt pretty much. I'm not, gonna sugarcoat anything to you. I'm gonna say it how it is, say it how I've seen it at other places, say it how I've seen it in Turkey, for the San Sebastian cheesecake. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna sugarcoat anything to you. And my knowledge on food is not gonna be the average consumer. The average person goes out to eat once or twice a week. In the past year, I've been to over 150 different food places. So that kind of gives you the, necessary knowledge to start going out there and, pointing fingers at people's food and saying, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. I may not be a chef, but I certainly know how to eat properly.
So, this is my take on business anyway. I'm not sure if you guys agree on this. A person that does not tell you the truth in business kills your business. But the person that tells you the truth gives you a chance to make that adjustment and improvement. So, some people would think that, oh, yeah, he said that, whatever. I'm actually happy saying that because I know for the next one, maybe we lower the baking time a bit. That is it. The baking time makes it a bit more creamier.
I don't know, I'm not
Yeah,
a chef. Again, I couldn't
yeah.
tell you what would make it creamier. I'm telling you what flavour profiles I'm tasting, what
Yeah,
textures
yeah.
I'm tasting, etc. In terms of cooking it, well, it
Yeah.
needs to be more creamy. How do you make it more creamy? Maybe
Cook it less time.
there you go.
Yeah.
And have a look at that experiment. Food's not one of them things, especially something like a San Sebastian or any dessert product or in fact, forget dessert products, any food product in general. You're not gonna suddenly think of an idea, cook it, and it's gonna be the best product out there. You've got to work on that product for a long time. Some of the most successful people in the food industry have spent years. I know a guy who spent 4 years just to perfect his smash burger. That's from the meat he uses, from the griddle he uses, the time he cooks it. Everything's measured so specifically. And I guess at the end of the day, cooking is a science.
It is. What's it called again? You're right. Like now, what is this been the fourth or fifth one that you've tried? So every single time,
It's getting better. It's improving each time.
it's improving each time, but there's always that area for improvement. So yeah. Also, yeah, I know you like milk cakes, yeah? So we've come up with a milk cake,
Yeah.
yeah? You're going to probably hate it. Reason being, we've come up with this milk cake. Do you know when we're children, yeah? We're
Yeah.
at home. Like you have your Kellogg's cornflakes, you have your Cocoa Pops. In Asian households, you have your Madeira cake. Probably in English households as well, you have your Madeira cake. So basically, the milk cakes which are out there, their cakes at the bottom have a bit of flavor profile, but it's the milk that adds most of the flavor, right? The condensed milk and the evaporated milk. So what we've done is we've made our own take on the milk cake, and we're calling it the Maddie milk cake. So I'm going to give you 2 milk cakes. Let me know what you think.
Okay, no worries there. God, there's one thing I don't understand about your milk cakes is
Yeah.
you're calling it a Maddie milk cake, right?
Yeah.
But in terms of recipes and stuff, everyone uses a Madeira cake. The base for this is a Madeira cake.
Well, you know, and I know that's not a proper milk cake. I think I'm being more honest with my clientele of what I'm giving them. Does that kind of make sense?
No.
Like, because the thing is, I'm being honest that we're using Madeira base.
Okay.
Like, a lot of people would not be like telling people what they're getting.
Well,
They'll be like, oh, it's a milk cake, blah blah blah.
it's a milk cake, which
Yeah.
is, well, a milk cake is it's actually a Mexican dessert.
It's Mexican.
Yeah.
I thought it's Spanish.
Well, possibly Spanish. Tres leches stands for, in Spanish, means 3 milks. Evaporated milk, condensed milk, and cow's milk, I think.
Yeah.
We've got 3 different types of milks on here. But yeah, let's give it a go. Soft,
Get a bit of cream on there as well.
sweet. I mean, it's a milk cake.
It's a milk cake. Oh, that's good. So that's a jammy dodger one.
I would say
Yeah.
add more milk into it.
Okay.
I think it's if I'm being brutally honest with you, in terms of liquid, if I was to pour this down upside down, not much liquid would come out of it. I feel as if the cake has
Absorb too much.
Absorbed too much. Not too much. I'd say you need to add more milk into the
Okay.
tray as a whole.
Okay, that's fine. We can do that. So guys, this is like the sort of feedback that you guys don't see. We're actually not. We make our own desserts. We don't go to the cash and carry, buy frozen pucks or buy frozen things and just sell them to you guys.
To anyone using Costco desserts, close your dessert shop down. You're an embarrassment. What's this? Milk cake again?
Yeah, but this is just like a simple pistachio one.
Exactly the same as the other one. Slightly more milky this.
Okay. So this product, we only launched this week into our line. So this is a fresh product, fresh feedback from the
I like
critic.
how you've added whole pistachios in
Yeah.
it, which gives it that crunch. A lot of people just use dust on top.
Is
like,
it?
for example, there's this dessert in Turkey. In fact, Turkish people do milk cake.
Yeah.
The way they do it is just like shredded pistachio all over, so you don't really get that crunchiness.
Yeah.
But then you get an equal flavour over the whole thing. Yeah, it's nice. I have no complaints. I mean, add more milk into them.
Add milk.
It's
All
a
right,
milk cake.
that's what we can do. Because what it was, I wasn't sure. It's the first time we're making it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I wasn't sure what it's going to be like. That's to my liking. But then everyone's got a different sort of thing. But I know this guy, wherever we go out, like as friends, you get milk cakes or you get brownies.
Milk cakes, brownies. San Sebastian, not so much personally. I think it's way too sickening. I don't understand how people can eat a whole San Sebastian cheesecake.
Yes. No, it's really nice
Yeah.
if you have it in a month. It's better for me if you have it every day though, but that's a different story. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to die young. I eat enough food as it is.
All right, so I've got a question for you now. What got you into doing food reviews? What is the story behind you?
I like food. I pulled the camera out. I filmed it. Not so simple. I went down to Rocco's in Manchester. I thought, do you know what? I've not seen anyone do a video on this on TikTok. This was before I even knew how to content create. I was like, let me quickly make a food review. I'll show my face and I'll do a voiceover. It can't be that difficult. Posted that review. That got decent traction. And then I was like, do you know what? I'm a food reviewer now. And then I'd started posting TikTok videos consistently and I was, gaining followers and exposure pretty quickly. So I soon realised the TikTok algorithm. But it wasn't because I just wanted to make a TikTok video. Before all of this, before food reviewing, when I was 18 years old, I was 127 kilos, which is roughly from the top of my
120 freaking 7.
Yeah.
And I'm 95 at the moment, and I think I'm a beast.
I mean,
127.
I'm 6 foot in it, so it's a
Yeah.
bit more, you can get away with it. But no, I was obese. I was morbidly obese. That came down to not understanding nutrition, and number 2, loving food too much. You can love food too much, but you need to have a balance between food and nutrition and exercise at the same time. You need to balance all them 3 things. One of them goes off, you're messed.
Okay. Let me. How the hell did you lose the weight? Like that? No. Like what are you weighing now?
90. I've gone up. No,
Yeah,
91 actually. I've gone up 6 kilos since starting food reviews.
All right. So 91. Yeah, 91. But still, that's like what? What? You lost like nearly like 40 kilos.
Yeah.
All right. How are you keeping the weight down at the moment? That is a big question.
How do you keep the weight down?
Because I see how much you eat.
Yeah.
Like real talk, I see, like you've got a sweet tooth.
Who doesn't though?
What? No,
How-
like. All right. So our marketing manager says she's not got a sweet tooth. You give her a samosa, she's happy. You give her a San Sebastian, not so happy.
Fair enough, yeah. But I'd say the weight. So the question is asked is, how do you maintain weight whilst reviewing food? Well, again, it's using the science of weight gain and the science of weight loss. Calories in, calories out. Just track what you're eating. Have a rough idea on the top of your head. Like now, I've had a bit of milk cake. I've had a bit of San Sebastian. I'm going to go and eat a burger. That will be it for today. Then I'll do some exercise. I'll go to the gym tonight. My sleeping pattern's all over the place at the moment. But I'll do a 500 calorie burn at the gym today. So then I've hit around maintenance for the day, if that makes sense.
All right. So basically, that's a good one. 500 calories. So as long as you hit 500 calories, you're good basically.
Yeah, because I haven't eaten anything else today, right? So I've
Yeah.
had your samosa, I've had this.
Yeah.
I've probably had around, not at this point, probably about 700 calories. So I measure it in the back of my head and think, right, I've eaten this much. This is how much I'm gonna need to burn off. Do you get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
today, I know I might eat a bit extra, so I might go a bit harder at the gym tomorrow or today.
Yeah. What's it called again? That's amazing, man. 127. I need to actually take some tips of you on how to lose weight.
You've got to have a drive for it. For example, I lost it at 18. Be real with you. I think at 18 years old, I was starting university. I was thinking, how am I going to get any girls being 127 kilos in uni? No girl's going to look at me. So it only took me 4 months in the gym, dieting. Dieting is the most important thing. You can go to the gym, you can run around, but you can't outrun a bad diet. You have to train. You have to have a good diet in place as well. Like I went 4 months without eating fast food. It was torture, but I reaped the benefits of it.
All right. You go to a lot of places now, yeah? I know you go to a lot of places because I've been with you on the road, going with you to different places, etc.
Yeah.
What makes a successful food business in this day and age?
Social media presence, which goes in hand with branding. I always believe in a good product. If you have a good product, even if you have no marketing, people will come to you. That's just the way it works. If you've got a good enough product, word of mouth is going to spread that your product is good. You'll never be broke.
Okay.
People selling shit and marketing it, sooner or later people are going to realize and you're going to get blasted on the internet. Yeah, that's to be successful in this day and age, you need number one, a very good product, and number two, very good social media marketing.
All right. But all right, what I've realized is, do you know, as you're going back to it now, a lot of businesses start off with a bang on social media.
Yeah.
Like there was a place in Sheffield ages ago called So Famous. The decor was like the best decor I've ever seen.
Okay.
They were in a place in city centre. I think the rent was easy over 100 grand. But what it was, they were just putting cheese sauce on everything. So every burger, chips or whatever they had, their formula was cheese sauce.
That's the thing, many businesses, and I'd love to call businesses out for it, but I've decided, you know what, in this day and age, I'm going to calm down with calling businesses out, because I could list 10 businesses right now that have amazing social media presence, that have wicked photography, videography, that pay every single influencer possible, but at the end of the day, their food is shit. They're all getting the same thing from Booker's. They're buying the same chips, they're buying the same nacho sauce, they're buying the same, everything's the same. Like, how can you call yourself different if everyone's going to the same supplier, right, and buying the exact same products? How can you say you stand out from the crowd? You don't. You're literally selling, and also you're literally selling chips from the same place that everyone else is buying it from, nacho sauce the same place as everywhere else is buying it for. Like, what is unique about your product?
True. I agree with this. Is the reason why at RGD we're keeping it made in Sheffield, because we're in Sheffield. So our philosophy is keep it local and use the best talent locally to get the best product.
That's the way forward. And if you do that, people will come to your place, have amazing desserts, have an amazing experience, and that information is just going to get passed around locally to Sheffield, and then you're going to build yourself a reputation in Sheffield for having good desserts. You'll never have a quiet day.
Yes.
But yes, people who buy store-bought things are, it really grinds my gears. It's like you don't care about food. You don't give a shit about what you're selling the customer. I understand it from a franchising point of view and a business point of view. Yes, it could be logistically cheaper to buy it from in wholesale and sell it.
I'll tell you something. Do you know brownies?
Yeah.
I've got some brownies next door, but I'm not going to feed you them right now. I'll feed you them off camera. But our brownies, for us, cost us £3 a slice.
Perfect. Like, I can
Guess how much I can get a brownie from Costco?
Well, you can get that pack in it.
No, but how much would it cost me for a portion from Costco? So there's two gradings of brownies that's on there, yeah? One long life, that will cost me, I think, about, it depends what size portion I give, 60 to 90p.
Okay.
And then, the better ones are costing about £1.20, yeah?
Okay.
And then I'm selling one, which is costing me £3 a slice. how can he compete sometimes? Sometimes I think like, am I doing it wrong by giving too good of a product? Because our brownies, we don't use cocoa powder in them. We use pure chocolate. We melt chocolate and put them in the brownie, so there's no cocoa powder mixed in it whatsoever.
The thing is, you understand that as a business owner, and you understand that as yourself, that you're spending more to have a better product, which is going to, result in the customer being more satisfied. However, sometimes consumers look at prices and think, huh? Why is it so expensive? I agree, some people genuinely do take the piss with their pricing. Other people, they have a horrible product, but they need to make a lot on it because they've spent a lot on marketing. Maybe with you, you've not spent as much on marketing, but you're choosing to spend a lot more on the product itself.
What is this sounds really silly, yeah? The mic's getting hit, yeah? I'm just slightly move that, yeah? So we have spent money on the marketing. We spent more on the product, you're right.
Yeah.
But however, look, I rather call people to me when I know I've nailed it. I can't nail it 100%. I'm being unrealistic, but if I nail it 90%, we've only been open for, say, 2 months now, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. How I base our product and pricing, because you mentioned product pricing. If I'm lucky, if I get 15% profit per product, so that's me 15 to 20%, yeah? You aim 20, 25, but if at the moment, with the offers, if you walk out with 15, I'll still say that's good, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's me paying my wages properly, yeah? That's me paying for gas, electric, not doing any of that dodgy stuff, because I know loads of businesses that are rigging the gas and electric.
And not paying their taxes properly, cash in hand. Do you take card?
Most of our business is on card.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's another important thing. A lot of businesses these days, especially, I'm going to call them out, Asian people of our own descent, want to kind of play the tax man and like not do things straight and properly. And I think, when you do that, you're not being legit.
Do you know what? Do you know what that is? All right. This is like a dark truth, yeah, that no one wants to touch. All right. Say you got Wakas, yeah, or Bilal, yeah, from somewhere, yeah. What is Wakas and Bilal are on £30 a night, for example, or £50 a night, yeah. They got a fixed shift price, cash in hand now, yeah. All right. The owner, say his name is Zach, yeah. Zach is selling he's not working his profit margin out. So what he's selling is a chicken burger and chips for £5, yeah? Really?
Miami's.
Yeah? For example, £5. But Miami's got the volume in it. So if you've got volume, you can offset the pricing with that, yeah? So what they're doing is they're paying low wages, yeah? Then they're lowering the price of the product, yeah? So then they've got hardly no profit margin, yeah? If they've got no profit margin, they've got 8% profit margin before tax. Or 10% before tax now, yeah? If they pay the tax man, they're going to be in loss. I'm not saying it's right, but someone needs to take them to school and teach them about business, how it's supposed to be. Not like, all right, I'm going to lower my price. I'm going to, first thing, doing the workers at the bottom, they're not going to pay fairly. So that's going to be causing a problem at homes. Can they afford stuff for the children? Can they afford stuff for the family? Yeah? Then, what's it called again? Then after that, the owner... because he can't afford the rates and whatever, they start doing dodgy stuff by nicking the electric. Yeah? So it's like a spiral. They need to call in a consultant to work out their costings on their products so they know they're profitable. Rather than thinking, oh yeah, I buy chicken for £1 and I sell it for £2, that is a profit. No, it isn't. For our business, I know before I make any money, I have to put £3 onto the product. That's just to cover my packaging, my bins, my expenses.
Yeah.
You have to work all this out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess not many people do that. Like, I remember when you were starting up your business and you showed me this spreadsheet and you worked out to the point of pennies how much each product's going to cost you, what the electrics is going to cost on that machinery.
Yeah.
And I thought, do you know what? That's very weird. But at the end of the day, when I thought about it, I thought, do you know what? That's right. Khalid's doing what's right. That's what a businessman should be doing, not just winging everything. So you had everything calculated so specifically. So I really like that about you, and that's taught me something. This is a benefit of obviously networking with people. You get to learn things off each other.
Yeah, of course. But the only reason why I learned that is I had a food business before.
Yeah.
So you should have come to this food business. I had the best palmos around, yeah? Before Mr. T's and all that, yeah? So I had
someone told me, who was it? We were in Tribes. some model that we were working with in Tribes told me that Khalid used to do the best Palmo ever.
Yeah, so basically, I own the copyright to the name Palmo, so I literally can sue all the places that are using Palmo after 2018 that have signed up. So I own the trademark to it.
The only one I can think from the top of my head is Castle Palmo in Birmingham.
Yeah,
They do some
I'm not
good
skint
Parmesan.
yet. I'm not skint yet, so.
You're waiting until you're skint and you're going to go blast everyone with the name Palmo.
Yeah, so basically I had Palmo and I had high rent. That time when I went in, I didn't work out my margins properly. Also as well, when I went into the business, I didn't keep any backup money. So I don't know if, for example, in my business now, I'm gonna be open about it, yeah? People are not open. I was like, first 2 months I was making a loss. This week was the only week that I actually made a profit. So the thing is, I have to work out the figures to figure out if I'm making a profit or a loss, or thinking that money's in my bank account, but is that really profit or is that really loss?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people in general are very, stupid with their finances. Like only this month or the other month, I really sat myself down and thought, what are my outgoings? What are my, what's coming into my bank and what is my total savings? So I looked through all of that and then I realized, okay, this is where my money's going. This is it's like common sense. Most people do it, but I guess a lot of people just like ignore it and just see, all right, money's coming in. I must have money. I must spend it type of thing. But when you actually sit down and calculate things, everything makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Well, one thing we're doing, yeah, is I've got 2 bank accounts, yeah. So I've got one bank account, yeah. It's not been used yet because I've not got any taxes because I'm not making any money yet. But one account is that when you start making a profit, it start putting away your taxes with your business. So then when the end of the year comes, you got the money accumulated.
To pay your taxes?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, it makes sense, yeah. Otherwise you're going to get hit with the big tax bill that you can't afford.
It's not just that. Like, as an employee, you have to pay the NI as well. So don't know if I'm employing you, I have to pay the NI contribution, I have to pay the pension contribution.
I'll work cash in hand for you, mate.
But the problem is I can't pay you cash in hand. All my business is through the book.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the cash in hand that you get, that you don't, put through the till.
No, it's not that. Everyone pays through the merchant system. And it's either on the website or it's everyone. I like a very rare, like in a week, I'll probably get £10 in cash transaction.
Is that it?
That is it.
Yeah. Well, this is a problem, isn't it? Money's going to become digital. They're talking about this digital currency that they're going to put in place. And eventually, paper cash and the cash that we're used to is going to disappear.
Well, the thing is, right now they're trying to... all right, doing this thing about the £1,000.
Yeah. No.
So basically, you're allowed to earn £1,000.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, you have to declare your taxes. Do you know this has always been the case? So any business that I do, I've ever done, or if I've earned £1,000 done from something else a year, I do my self-assessments every year. Yeah. The reason why I do that is I've always been declaring it, but I didn't realize how many people didn't declare it. I've been doing it anyway, but I didn't realize how many people didn't declare it.
What, the extra stuff that they've made on the side? Yeah, I don't do that.
So guys, we've been waffling on too much, yeah? We're going to call it a wrap for this episode. I am going to take your feedback on board with the San Sebastian. So next time when you do eat it, you will get a more creamier San Sebastian.
Perfect. Yeah. Get your taste up, improve the quality of your product, and till the next time, goodbye.